Hey guys, it's Peyton, and today I'm going to be talking about 10 LGBTQ plus books that I'm really hoping to read soon. I originally was hoping to do like a book recommendations video, but then I realized my last book recommendations video was 6 months ago, and I don't have too many more from that list that I could do. You know, like I have so many from that list that I love so much that would go in that list again. You know what I'm saying? Because I only want to make a list that has some banging ones. You know, some ones that are like 5 stars. I want to give you... My mom is making some racket downstairs. Yeah, but I only want to give you some freaking 5 stars. You know, you gotta give me some time to read those. So I have a whole freaking list for myself that I'm super excited to read, and I'm probably gonna read them within the next few months, and I'm super excited to read them. Look at SpongeBob. SpongeBob is ready to go for this video today. Imagination, so freaking excited. Creation, station, elation. What is another rhyming word? I am so freaking excited for this video. I'm so excited. I have a matching shirt for this video. This is so nice. I found it at Target. I already know someone's gonna ask. There's so many freaking books I want to read, and I've been reading a lot. I've already read 40 books this year. So there's so many things in this world that I will be reading, and this freaking list, if I don't read them soon, I think I'm gonna explode. And SpongeBob's gonna explode with me in rainbow colors. So we might as well just go ahead and get in the list. Let me know which books you're wanting to read soon. LGBTQ plus books only, obviously. If it's these books, and if it's not these books, let me know which ones it are. And like, give me some recommendations, obviously. Let me know down below. My mom won't stop freaking talking. I'm so freaking mad. So we're gonna ignore that. It's so hard to live with your family. I need to go ahead and get the one that I don't own off the freaking list from the start before I forget. Because I always freaking forget. And I have a list of 10 books. And if I only go through 9, that would be a tragedy. And I would be really freaking pissed off while editing this video. So Heartstopper Volume 4. I have read all 3 of the other volumes, and I love the Heartstopper series. It's so freaking cute. The basic premise is 2 queer teenagers. One is gay, one is bisexual. It's Nick and Charlie. They're in high school, and they're like in an all-boys school. They become friends first, and we see them slowly start to become friends, and it's just such a pure romance, and we just see them fall in love with each other over a series of graphic novels. And it's becoming a TV show, and they're actually casting teenagers, and it's a really diverse series. There's just all types of queer teenagers in here, and it's just so freaking good. I love Alice Oseman, and I just have pure happiness and joy while reading this, and I feel really seen while reading it, and it's just so freaking good. Like, I just love it. And if you just want to read something super fast, because it is a graphic novel, you can read this in one sitting and not feel like overwhelmed at all, pick this up. But if you just also want to pick me up a happy time, a cozy read, you read this. And Heartstopper Volume 4 came out in the UK, and I need to get it from the Book Depository pretty soon. Book Depository takes 20 million years when you order from them, so whenever I order from them, it will be a journey. You know, it will be like a 2-month extravaganza. No, it'll probably be like 2 weeks to a month extravaganza when I order from them, but it's free shipping, so that's fun. The second book that I'm super excited to read, I'm probably gonna read it in June, my birthday month. So freaking excited. Literally, my birthday month is legendary. It is Pride Month. It is Gemini season. It is... What else is it? What? I had a third point. Oh, it's summer. It's when school gets out in the past. Like, okay, I'm in college now, so normally it gets out earlier than that, but it used to be like the first week out when I was a kid. Sometimes it used to be the last day of school or the first day of summer. So like, I was always so happy on my birthday. Like, I was vibing on my freaking birthday. Freaking June babies, Geminis, freaking Pride Month babies, I am amazing, is all I'm freaking saying. Sweet and Bitter Magic, I'm reading probably in June, by Adrian Tooley. Yeah. So I've been wanting this so badly. One, the cover is just so freaking pretty. It is on my most anticipated reads of the year. Like, I wrote it down when I was making that list for the year because it's like an enemies to lovers fantasy book for female romance. And like, I love fantasy, and there's just not a lot of gay fantasies for like female romance. As soon as I heard about it, I was like, yeah, like I wanted that in my life. Witches, ooh. It seems like Tamsin, one of the girls, is the most powerful witch of her generation, but after committing the worst magical sin, she's exiled while ruling the coven and cursed with the inability to love. That would freaking suck. How are y'all gonna have a romance together if you can't love her? That is a problem. The only way she can get those feelings back, even for just a little while, is to steal love from others. Oh, I should have just kept reading. Rin is a source, a rare kind of person who's made of magic, despite being unable to use it herself. Sources are required to train with the coven as soon as they discover their abilities. But Rin, the only caretaker to her ailing father, has spent her life hiding in secret. So that sounds like a hard life, because I feel like everybody would be trying to use you. If you're a source, you can't do magic, but everybody can use magic from you. That sounds like Elena from Vampire Diaries. Like, everybody's trying to kill her in that freaking show. She's like the answer to every problem in that show. Okay, so Elena, I'm sorry, but like, for some reason, to do this magical freaking thing, I have to murder you. I have to use the blood of you after I murder you. So, like, I'm sorry, but I have to kill you. Like, that was, like, the answer to every problem in that show. And for some reason, everyone wanted to protect her because she's just so amazing for some reason. But really, she's not. So, when a magical plague ravages the queendom, oh my gosh, Rin's father falls victim. To save him, Rin proposes a bargain. If Tamsin will help her catch the dark witch responsible for creating the plague. Oh, the plague. That's a little close to home. Then Rin will give Tamsin her love for her father. Of course, love bargains are a tricky thing, and these two have a long, perilous journey ahead of them. That is, if they don't kill each other first. So they're having to journey together, and she literally steals her love from her. That sounds complicated, and they're journeying together and probably bickering. Sounds like the best thing I've ever heard of. Ever. So the next book is A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shuttleworth. Now this looks like a high fantasy, but it actually is an urban fantasy, and I'm like shook when I heard that. Like, what? It's in Toronto? It's Canadian? Wait, that's Canada, right? I think so. Who would have thought that this is urban fantasy? But all I knew about this book was a bunch of queer fantasy, or a queer fairies, and that's it. And I love that stuff. So, yeah, I just needed it. So, yay! There's a half-fate outcast of her royal fate family. A tempestuous fury exiled to Earth from the immortal realm, hell-bent on revenge. A dutiful fae prince determined to earn his place on the throne. And the prince's brooding guardian, burdened with a terrible secret. So I heard there's 2 female romances in here, and then a male romance. And honestly, who knows what's going on here? It sounds like a pretty basic fairy book. Urban fantasy. Honestly, I'm excited it's urban fantasy because it'll probably be easier to understand shit. But like, oh, my stomach just growled. I don't know if y'all freaking heard that. I need to eat lunch. It says 4 queer teens, each holding a key piece of the truth behind these murders, must form a tenuous alliance in their effort to track down the mysterious killer behind these crimes. So apparently there's just a bunch of murders. So there's some sort of murderous mystery happening. I love murder mysteries. So it seems like there's a little bit of everything that I love. There's gayness, there's freaking murder mysteries, there's fairies, urban fantasy. Like, it seems like a little bit of everything. So I took a pause because I went to eat lunch and my mom was being really loud, but my dad just got home, so this might be absolute chaos too. But let's go ahead and get into the next book I'm really hoping to read as well, and that is The Henna Wars by Adiba Jai Girdar. I might have mispronounced that, so I'm really sorry if I did, but this one is a school competition rivals to lovers type thing. So the main character, Nishat, has parents that says she can be anyone she wants as long as she isn't a lesbian, which is something I'm sure a lot of people can relate to. She doesn't want to lose her family, but she also doesn't want to hide who she is. It only gets harder once a childhood friend walks back into her life. Flavia is beautiful and charismatic. Nishat falls for her instantly, but when a school competition invites students to create their own businesses, both Flavia and Nishat decide to showcase their talent as henna artists. Henna is when you draw on your arms like this. In a fight to prove who is the best, their lives become more tangled because Nishat can't quite get rid of her crush, especially since Flavia seems to like her back. The competition heats up between them, and Nishat has a decision to make: stay in the closet for her family or put aside her differences between Flavia and give their relationship a chance. Oh my gosh, this sounds perfect for me. It sounds like a heartbreaking thing between her and her family, but also like a beautiful budding romance between her and Flavia. And oh my gosh, I want to read this so bad. I want to read this really soon too. I've had this on my shelf for maybe a year. I don't know. I've had it probably really soon after it came out. This author just had a new book come out too, and I really want that one as well, but I probably should read this one first. This sounds adorable, but also like a hard-hitting thing about family and acceptance. And it's probably gonna make me cry and hit me in the feelings. The next book I really want to read is Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas, and I just recently got a book plate in the mail, and it's signed and personalized to me because I pre-ordered his other book, Lost in the Neverwoods, and I was so happy about that. And I literally read that book as soon as I got it, and it was a Peter Pan like reimagining type thing, and it was really enjoyable. And I don't know why I read that book and haven't read the debut novel. Like, what the frick? And I have a video where I have like a secret TBR that I want to read this book for, so hopefully I can finally do that, because like I have a 3-month summer and I've been reading a lot, so I'm hoping that this will finally happen. I know that this is a trans main character, urban fantasy vibes, it's Latinx, there's ghosts. It sounds fun. It's like spooky season vibes. I want to know more. I'm pretty sure that it's enemies to lovers because he's trying to raise some other dude from the dead, I'm pretty sure. And then he comes in contact with a ghost named Julian, who was the school's resident bad boy, someone he never wanted to see again. And Julian is determined to do something, so they come to an agreement, and like I guess the ghost and him like have a love story. Like, do they have like a moment together where they see through their differences and like understand each other? Like, is that what freaking happens? Okay, so he sets out to find the ghost of his murdered cousin and set it free. So he's not trying to raise the dead. He's just trying to set free the ghost of his murdered cousin. And he accidentally summons Julian, the resident bad boy. This sounds like freaking spooky season vibes. And also, like, it could end so badly. If him and the ghost fall in love or something, this could end, like, so heartbreaking. Like, what if I ship them really hard or something, and then, like, they can never be together? I will cry for a million freaking years. The other freaking book he wrote messed me up a little bit, so this makes me feel questionable about this. Do I want to be heartbroken? I don't know. The next book I'm really wanting to read is If I Was Your Girl by Meredith Russo. I've been recommended this quite a few times. It is about a trans girl. She is switching schools. Pretty much just all about her going to a new school, trying to fit in, and she's keeping the secret that she is trans, and she's determined to not get too close to anyone, so I guess so no one finds out. And she meets this guy named Grant. He's super sweet and easygoing, and since he is so sweet and easygoing, he starts to get into her life a little bit. They're spending time together. Things are getting a little heated, you know, like they're having a moment together. She's terrified that once she tells him the truth about herself, her whole truth, that he's going to look at her differently, which, by the way, if he did, complete trash. Like, he can go away. Like, legit, bye. So it seems like it's just gonna be a coming of age story of Amanda and her new life and just being who she really is and who she always has been. And maybe there's a romance, but it seems it's really just about her being who she is. You know, there's been a lot of awards, so it feels like it's gonna be a really good book. And I'm about to take the sticker off with you guys because I got it buy one get one 50% off. I thought it was the perfect moment to get this book. Yes, that was satisfying, and it's written by a trans author, I'm pretty sure, so I just thought it would be a nice one to pick up. These are both written by trans authors, so we love own voices. The next one I'm super excited about is The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. This one features a male-male romance, and I'm super excited about this one because there's like a magical twist as well. But this one I have seen nothing but raving reviews about, and I wanted it so badly the moment I freaking heard about it because everyone says it's just like a freaking cozy little hug. Literally, V.E. Schwab right here says, I loved it. It's like being wrapped up in a big gay blanket. Simply perfect. So I just thought it'd be perfect for this freaking video. Me and SpongeBob approve it right now. There's just no way I'm not gonna love it. Like, everyone freaking loves this book. How am I not gonna love it too? I generally love most things. If it gives me happiness, it's probably going to give me happiness. How is it not going to? It's about this guy named Linus. He is a caseworker in the department in charge of magical youth. At 40, he lives in a tiny house with a devious cat. Cool. Linus is summoned and given a classified assignment to travel to an orphanage where 6 dangerous magical children are. When he arrives at this island, he is greeted by mysterious figures, the greatest mystery of which is Arthur, the master of the orphanage. As Linus and Arthur grow closer, Linus discovers the master would do anything to keep the children safe, even if it means the world has to burn. So I guess Linus and Arthur has a romance, but also I just heard the children themselves are just like so wholesome and like they're magical. I love like the magical element. Like, I'm super excited about that. I guess this might be magical realism. This seems like such a cozy, fun thing. A magical island, a gay romance. This is a whole moment that I'm excited to have. The next book I am super excited to read is A Dream So Dark by L.L. McKinney. This is the sequel to A Blade So Black. I read this one last year. I'm so bad at continuing series, so this is me trying to continue the series before I forget everything that happened in the other one. And there is going to be a third one coming out, I believe, this year. So I'm trying to keep it going. I enjoyed the first one, and it is about a bisexual main character. The first one, it didn't really have her speak about her being bisexual yet, but the author says she is bisexual, and I think it does get explored in this book, so I'm super excited for that happening. And I do get the vibes from the main character that she is. I feel like she is attracted to a woman a little bit in the first book, and I am interested to see that touched on in this freaking book. It is like an Alice in Wonderland reimagining in modern day, and it kind of gives me vibes of like Cassandra Clare's Shadowhunters, because the main character, like, she deals with these monsters that seep into the world from Wonderland into our world, and she murders them. So it kind of reminds me of like how Shadowhunters kill demons. Well, she deals with the monsters that come into Wonderland, and she kills them so they don't hurt the humans. So I feel like fans of Shadowhunters could appreciate this series, and I thought it was really enjoyable, and I'm super excited to see where this series goes, and I feel like it will be a lot of fun, especially whenever we see the bisexuality get explored, and I'm super freaking excited to continue on. Yeah, I was kind of shipping her with this female character. There was a knight in shining armor, a woman from Wonderland that she met, and I was like, okay, this could be something, and I hope I'm right about that becoming a thing. I hope that's a thing, and I hope it's explored in this book, but you know, I might be wrong. I was getting some vibes that could possibly be a thing. We will see if I'm freaking right about that. I hope so. The next book I'm really wanting to read is The Black Flamingo by Dean Atta. I actually started the audiobook like a month or two ago, and I just forgot to continue reading it. I was really vibing with it, and then Oops. This one is written in verse, so this would be so easy to just read so quickly. It is such a beautiful freaking book. Yeah, you can see I was in the middle of this book. Like, what the frick? I had my place marked and everything. What? This is so freaking pretty. And I got it for 50% off at Target. I don't know why they had it so cheap. Kind of like freaking offensive. Like, why'd y'all have this so cheap? Like, this book, everybody's giving it good reviews. Like, why'd you have it marked down is my freaking question. I loved it for my wallet though. So this one is just about a black queer boy and his coming of age experiences, and I just remember one like chapter of verses, I guess like it's poetry about being a black boy with Barbies, and I just like really was vibing with it. Here, let me just read the description. Michael is a mixed race gay teen growing up in London. All his life he's navigated what it means to be Greek, Cypriot, and Jamaican. I probably mispronounced that so bad, but never quite feeling Greek or black enough. As he gets older, Michael's coming out is only the start of learning who he is and where he fits in. When he discovers the drag society, he finally finds where he belongs, and the Black Flamingo is born. Told with raw honesty, insight, and lyricism, this debut from acclaimed poet Dean Atta explores the layers of identity that makes us who we are and allows us to shine. So this is about drag queens. That's freaking cool. I didn't get far enough to freaking know anything. So yes, this is so freaking fun. Such a beautiful freaking copy. I'm so excited to continue this book. And the next book I'm super excited about is Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth. This book is so gorgeous as well. The book has illustrations in it. This book has all types of stuff in it. Yeah, there's just all types of freaking things in here. There's a map, illustrations, and I believe this one has a female-female romance. And dude, we're just gonna have to look at this description because I remember looking at it and just being absolutely blown away about how freaking interesting this freaking sounds. I am so excited about it. So our story begins in 1902 at the Brookhampton School for Girls. Flo and Clara, two impressionable students, are obsessed with each other and with a daring young writer named Mary McLean, the author of a scandalous best-selling memoir. To show their devotion to Mary, the girls establish their own private club and call it the Plain Bad Heroine Society. They meet in secret in a nearby apple orchard, the setting of their wildest happiness and ultimately deaths. This is where their bodies are later discovered with a copy of Mary's book splayed beside them, the victims of a swarm of stinging, angry yellow jackets. Less than 5 years later, the School of Girls closes its doors forever, but not before 3 more people mysteriously die on the property, each in a most troubling way. This is why I was interested. Some murderous shit went down. I love some murder mysteries. It was never solved. Apparently, I can't get enough of some terrible, horrific, terrible shit. I already said terrible. Okay. Over a century later, the now abandoned and crumbling Brookhampton is back in the news when wonderkind writer Merritt Emmons publishes a breakout book celebrating the queer feminist history surrounding the haunted and cursed Gilded Age in... My mom just sneezed so freaking loud. So freaking loud. Surrounding the haunted and cursed Gilded Age institution. Her best-selling book inspires a controversial horror film adaptation starring celebrity actor and lesbian it girl Harper Harper. Her name is Harper Harper. Why would you name your kid that, dude? I mean, that would be her freaking name as a celebrity.
Hello, my name is Harper Harper. Yeah, that's my name. I'm gonna sign that as my autograph, Harper Harper. Like, leave me alone. I'm so freaking cool.
So, there's gonna be a whole freaking movie based off this murder thing. And, bruh, this sounds amazing. There's a movie based off the murderous shit that went down and somehow is gay and everything's going down. And I'm so freaking excited. And there's a club, Plain Bad Hero. Yes. That's all I need to know. I'm so excited. Yeah! Those are all the gay books that I'm talking about today, because those are all the gay books I'm talking about today. There's so many freaking more, obviously, in the history of this world. Are they literally trying to ruin my video like every 5 seconds? Someone needs to kill me, I think. So, every 5 seconds, there's like a clatter. Like, someone is going to kill me, I think, right now. Someone's gonna murder me, dude. Baby Yoda, I need help. So those are all the gay books that we're talking about today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to read these books too. Like this video, comment down below. Have a good day. Please subscribe. Make sure to follow all my social medias, which are linked down below. And go click the bell button, which is right by the subscribe button, which you should already clicked. And goodbye.